Hey, this is episode 1 of the Basement Show Yo podcast.
Podcast 1.
Hey, we're trying things out a little different. Couldn't find an act today, this weekend. So we figure, things are going to reach the point where we might not have acts on some weeks. We'll ramp up and just do a podcast and kind of talk about music instead.
See how it goes.
Got Eddie down on the ground with us today.
In the basement.
Eddie's been helping out a lot with setting up the idea and kind of bringing it to life. And, we work together, so we end up talking about music quite a bit.
Definitely.
I figure, why not start a little podcast and throw that up on SoundCloud? Just chatting about, what's new, what's good in the music world.
Sounds like our standard conversations in general.
Yeah. Just what we do anyway, so.
All it is now just it's being recorded.
Correctamundo. Oh, dang, I tried the effect on the video. We'll probably just be putting these on SoundCloud, but I don't know, we're doing video here today as well.
Never know what happens with the website.
Switchboard, so who knows, maybe people enjoy watching us, or pretty faces. But today we just got the shipment in. It's Damn.
Clean.
On vinyl.
Clean. Red vinyl, and the signed edition. Pretty cool, huh? That limited edition. I'm waiting for mine to come in the mail still.
Yeah. So it came with 2 covers. I guess I don't know what the technical vinyl levers.
Sleeves, maybe?
Sleeves. Well, the sleeves are the inside part.
Okay.
Anyways, 2 covers, I guess, of Damn. We'll give you a shot of that for the video, but one of them signed, and then the other is just the official holder of the records.
Really clean inside too. Like, it's funny because how the album cover and the way they made it like off center and stuff, it didn't look like it was really like they tried to go for like an unedited or like raw feel, but the inside of the album cover or the vinyl cover is like really, really nicely designed and really well laid out.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of thought went into it when they're trying to make it look
it's like super simple,
there
right?
wasn't. Yeah.
The whole thing is super simple. The Damn design is just like red text.
The damn shirt even.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it came with the shirt. I'm wearing the Damn shirt right now.
The damn shirt.
That Damn shirt. I think there's a lot of damn jokes. That was a thing before memes even. Maybe we should make a meme out of that.
Maybe could be.
Anyways, we listened to the vinyl all the way through. Sounded excellent on the sound system down underground here. Super sick to have it on the vinyl now.
Oh yeah, such a I don't know. I already have the frame ready for my signed album cover, and definitely just the whole experience of listening to it on vinyl too is different. It was really weird too, though. It's the same version and the same song versions as the digital copy.
Right. So we were talking about this.
Yeah.
You have the CD version. You went out and bought the CD. And that is different from what you hear streaming on, like, I've just been listening on Apple Music. So, like, the interludes mostly is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's the interludes, the ad-libs, the little DJ, like, setups.
New Kung Fu Kenny.
Exactly, all that stuff. Like, on Love, the Love track particularly, you can hear in the first, like, opening 5 to 10 seconds, the completely different version where on the CD there's no world premiere after like 15-20 seconds into the song, but there's other ad-libs, so it's really weird. It's almost like there really are 2 different versions of the Damn album, like the rumors.
Well, there's like a leaked version too. Initially I didn't listen to that, but people were saying that on Twitter, at least, they're saying, oh, it's the interludes will be different, that's like not the official thing, so don't listen to that. Maybe that was like the CD.
They got pressed early.
Yeah.
Shipped early.
I don't know. That's weird.
I wonder if I bought the CD now, like after all the shipments, if it's now the same thing that's on digital.
Yeah, like they changed it to just match across the board.
Do I have a limited edition, like rare, messed up version?
eBay, baby.
There we go. That's it. In conjunction with the signed Kung Fu Kenny vinyl.
Put them together as a package. You get
there you go.
Good amount of money, maybe.
This wasn't supposed to be advertising for my eBay ads.
Well,
this was not supposed to be.
Who knows? Collectors like that kind of thing.
That's true.
It was pretty cool too. We like threw it in reverse on some of the.
Yeah.
Some of the songs have, portions that are backwards on it throughout the album. I think there's multiple. Maybe it's just that one.
I want to say it's the one, but either way, it was interesting because it confirmed my suspicions.
Yeah.
That it was basically one of the hooks in reverse, but
still cool to hear.
Really cool.
It's kind of like glitchy too when you go backwards, so they had to probably adjust it to sound. I don't know. I think
to beat maybe.
Yeah, to beat. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways,
that's true because it didn't really even sound to the beat once the song starts. So I don't know.
It's cool though. It's like back in the day when people would throw Pink Floyd or something in reverse. I think Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. It was from some of the songs on the wall.
Satanic messages or something.
Or no, was that Ozzy? If you listen to Ozzy backwards, I don't know. A lot of conspiracy. Music's bad for you. It's the devil.
Just don't listen to it backwards. That's probably what it is.
That's true. If that's how you like your albums, maybe there's something else wrong.
Yeah. So off Damn, what was some of your favorite songs? Just briefly. We don't have to talk about Damn the whole time, but
yeah, I mean, besides the monstrous like singles that he released,
yeah,
I really like Love.
I mean that one even I guess I don't listen to enough radio to know which ones are getting the radio
I don't know
play,
either.
But Love seems like almost like one of the singles off of it.
It would make sense that it would be.
Sound to
Again, I don't listen to the radio either, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That could be a single. But other than that, I would go with Fear is great. Yeah, Fear is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah. I really like Love too. I mean, you can't deny DNA because that one's just.
Of course.
Fat.
DNA Humble. I mean,
Humble's fat.
One of the tracks that he released right before he dropped Damn, was it Hearts for Hearts? I can't remember.
Was that on the Untitled?
No, it was just a single that he dropped.
Oh.
Not on this, not anywhere else, but it was really dope. Really dope. It was kind of, I guess, just for hype towards the new album.
Triple X was actually really cool too. I was kind of worried that, U2, I'm not the hugest fan of U2, but you see that on the list, I'm like, really? Kendrick, really? But yeah, that song is huge.
It's funny. I was just talking to somebody else the other day, and like some of my favorite things that Kendrick does are his features, too. And he has really kind of weird features too. Sometimes,
I mean,
ones you wouldn't expect. I wouldn't say weird. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but
I guess I don't know his whole catalog of features, but I remember that Bad Blood song is Taylor Swift.
Yeah, he's on that. There's a weird one on he jumps on a track called "Crying Wolf" by ZZ Ward. And it's kind of like a country, it's kind of like a country chick song, but it's really dope. I like it, and he jumps on the track, and it's just different.
Kind of like Nelly. He did a country album back in the day.
He did a whole compilation. What was that Tim McGraw? I think.
Yeah, that was kind of kicking some songs.
Yeah, the single I liked. The single I liked. Oh, I'm not gonna hate that single I liked. I still like Nelly. His first album still.
Oh man, Nelly was the shit at one point in time. It was like
going down, baby.
Oof. He had some just
all that
bangers.
And then he even his Saint Lunatics album that he did, where he brought through his crew, and they did Summer in the City, and some other tracks on there that are really dope too.
Saint Lunatics and Nelly were in the video game Street. What is it?
Street Ball.
Yeah,
I remember that.
The
one
on PS2, I forget. But they had a sick soundtrack, and then you can unlock Nelly to play. That's how you know you were killing it back in whatever that was, 2000, early 2000s. You're in the PS2 biggest games.
For sure. I still remember the fact that at any of the MTV like basketball game or the MTV football game, or whenever they switched over to like DirecTV did the football game for Super Bowl, the celebrity games, he was always like MVP at all of those.
Nelly, man.
He was
He had
like
a wave, bro. He had a wave.
He was dope though. He was dope.
Yeah.
Is he still married to that one? Is he still married to? Is he married to Ashanti?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't keep up on
I
the
think so.
rumor mill.
No, I know. I think that's just a fact. Like he's just been married for
To Ashanti?
for hella long.
Oh man, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
They're
good.
killing it on like the residual game right now.
That's good for
Those
Nelly.
Ashanti
Yeah.
songs still be getting played.
Hey.
We're
Can't
calling them
knock
Ashanti
that.
songs and not even Ja Rule songs. So poor guy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's cool to listen to it in vinyl. Definitely a good way to start the weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
I've been listening to Damn since it came out. I keep going back to it. I think in terms of like where you rank it for Kendrick Lamar albums, for me, Pimp a Butterfly is definitely more of a musical like masterpiece, I guess, if you want to call it a masterpiece.
You do.
Musically,
It's good though. It's great.
musically it's better than Damn, but Damn is just so much more listenable. Like I can digest this album a lot better than Pimp a Butterfly, and I don't have a problem going back and just listening to a single song.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas to Pimp a Butterfly, you almost have to be like in the right mood. And
I almost
sit
feel
down
like
and like
listening to the whole
listen to what
thing
he's,
even.
what
Yeah,
he's saying.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with what you're saying there on that. It's easier to digest. It's the concepts, but at the same time, I don't know. When you really listen to Damn over and over, you start to see that
It's not as deep though. It's not as heavy. Like yeah, there's some linking elements. He'll repeat words like the title of the track
Mm-hmm.
within different songs, and that's really continual throughout the album. But I don't know, Pimp a Butterfly is just so much deeper to me
So
than this one.
There's also all the talk about this Damn album that it's like 2 albums because what you do is you listen to it backwards.
What do you mean backwards? Like actually
The tracks backwards. So there's a couple different theories. There's a couple different theories that people are throwing out there. One is that it's because a lot of them it goes through like positive I guess it's more positive and negative feelings, and those are kind of two separate
so you're
albums.
You're saying start at the last song.
Yeah.
Play it in normal mode.
Yeah, don't listen to it in reverse like we were.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Listen to the tracks in reverse order.
Gotcha.
Is what I'm talking about. Because there was more of like a life to death type scenario that people were talking about. Then there was also more of that, like almost that the tracks are positive and then negative, where you're going through, like loyalty and love was a positive.
Yeah.
Fear.
Okay, I never heard this theory.
Yeah, so there's a couple different things to check out, and I did go through
That's
the tracks
kinda cool,
backward.
so
Yeah,
you listen backwards and it's supposed to have
yeah.
the actual meaning, I guess, or
Or the
way it's-
second
way it's supposed
album.
to be told.
Yeah,
So he's trying to pull some like Tarantino type thing.
yeah.
That's cool. I like that conspiracy.
Yeah,
if it's real or not, I don't know.
all I remember is that weekend that the album came out, there were so many theories of like what Kendrick meant, or what was it going to be a second album? What was the green cover, which turns out to be the back of this cover? There was another version of the Damn. I mean, there was all kinds of stuff people were talking about, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything from actual Kung Fu Kenny though, so
Yeah, I don't know. His live show seems to incorporate that kung fu thing a lot more. I didn't actually watch the whole thing, but
yeah.
it seemed like he was killing it at the
He had
festivals.
he added a second show to the Bay Area. He was only
he's
gonna be at
in
Oracle.
Sacramento too.
Really? Okay. Well, I don't really count Sacramento as Bay
come
Area,
on,
but
man.
okay.
You were just talking about how you
Okay.
wanted to see Golden One Center. That would be the way to see it. Kung Fu
Oh,
Kenny now.
okay. Well, that'd be a whole different thing.
The new stadium in Sacramento is really cool, actually. You got to give it a chance.
I will.
Go check it out.
I will. I'll give the Kings a chance.
Hey, new team's looking good for the Kings. bright future.
Couldn't look worse. Only
We're
one
in
way to
full
go.
rebuild mode, but I like the picks they made.
Hey, I've been there. Most of my team's been in rebuild mode since I was born. So
Did you pay attention to any of the draft?
a little bit. I
As a
paid attention to my
Warriors
Warriors.
fan-
I paid attention to my Warriors
You know they made a trade for
Bell.
a pick.
Yeah, I was paying attention to I guess Draymond text our GM. So I'm like, what the hell type, what the fuck type shit. Why did you tell me? I have to hear about it like this on the internet.
Well,
Like-
what does he think? He's just a player, man.
Yeah,
He can't. Come on,
Like
Draymond.
like joking
You're
around,
not-
like joking around though.
No, but
Him
Draymond.
and Bob Myers are cool like that.
I feel like Draymond thinks he's a better player than he is a lot of times, just because how good this team is. Like, definitely he plays his role to a critical part of that team. Like, he's a very important part of it. But come on, bro. Like,
You were
LeBron James has the right to know what kind of trades you're making, because
Well, only because he picked the coach, and because now he's picking the new GM.
Yeah, but
He's picking Chauncey.
I know. Oh, maybe he doesn't have the right to, but he does it.
He does.
Draymond's no
He's been
LeBron,
given
though.
the right to. He's been given the right to
Yeah.
by ownership and by his level of success and incredible talent.
I mean, he's definitely the best player.
He says he
in
wants
the
to be an
league.
owner. He's acting like he is one right now.
Maybe he'll be better owner than old Jordan.
Well, he picked the wrong team to buy. That Jordan money, he could have picked a better team. I thought he should have.
Yeah, why Charlotte? I guess.
Is he from there?
Well, no, North Carolina. I don't know geography well enough. How close is North Carolina to Charlotte? Probably not even close at all. That's how good my geography is out on the West Coast. Cali's everything.
I think. Yeah, West Side.
Yes,
West Side. On the video, you'll see that I'm wearing a little represent Tupac.
Yeah,
West Side.
Tupac in a Golden State Warriors jersey.
Yeah, it's official merchandise sponsored by the NBA.
I wonder what he was. Probably an LA Lakers fan.
That's not cool.
He probably was, though, if you think about it, because back then the Warriors were trash. He was probably living in LA more than he was up here.
I don't really think he was a sports fan, to be honest with you.
He had to be.
Not a
Sports
big one.
is big, man.
Sports is big, but
You can't just not.
he was also he was on both coasts. Depending, he went to school out in New York.
Yeah.
He was more of like a poet and a writer. More
people try and claim
early
him.
on at least.
Yeah, people try and claim him in all kinds of cities. Cause he was born in New York.
Mm-hmm.
He lived in Baltimore for quite a while, going to school, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went up to. He was in Marin for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I only know that because I talk to people in Marin and they always try and claim him. Like,
Yep.
oh yeah, Tupac went to high school here for like 2 weeks.
He did.
But
he lived out there for a little
while.
bit.
He was a while out there.
He met a lot of people that influenced him out there.
I didn't see the new movie.
Neither did I. Not yet. I'm surprised.
I don't know. I heard it got bad reviews. I don't know.
I heard
didn't
some
actually
funny
look on-
story. I don't know if it's true or not, but all I heard was that 50 Cent tweeted some stuff about
I follow 50 Cent, so I saw he was like, "This is whack."
he walked out because he walked out as soon as Tupac pulled out an iPhone.
Yeah, iPhone 7 or something.
And I love that. I didn't see the movie, and I hope they did a better job than that. But then I heard the internet went crazy, and they were talking about, I also walked out too because Tupac pulled out a fidget spinner.
They start memeing it.
Yeah, they started memeing it immediately.
Well, I mean,
But I
iPhone
wanna see
7,
it.
it's like, what do you expect? They're just trying to make some money. They're
That's
just trying to
so
make
bad.
that
I
money.
hope he really didn't. Like they could do better.
Yeah.
He deserves better. Like that's so.
I heard
they
that
did a
it-
good job in the Notorious movie.
I heard that
There were no iPhones in the Notorious movie.
Yeah, Notorious was good.
It's better than expected.
I wasn't around when Tupac was. I guess I was for a little bit, but anyways, Will Smith's wife apparently tweeted out some stuff. She wasn't happy with the historical context of the movie as well.
Okay. Well, she'd be an actual good person to talk to about that.
What's
She
the-
still claims. Imagine Will Smith's life. Will Smith is amazing.
Yeah.
Will Smith is amazing, but in his wife's eyes, he's not Tupac. Like she said it. She said it in posthumous interviews and stuff that Tupac is the love of her life.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's this poem apparently that I guess it was in the movie. I don't know. I just saw the tweets. Again, I haven't seen the movie.
Have you seen his poetry book?
No, I've never actually gone through and I've seen it referenced online and whatnot.
Yeah. Gotta check that out.
But yeah, anyway, she was just upset, I guess, about some.
Was she left out of it?
Oh no, she was in it a lot, and apparently she was like, "I wasn't at this specific concert. Like, we never had this argument. I never knew about that poem. That just stuff like that."
Oh.
But it's like, what do you expect? They're trying to make a movie. They're trying to tell a story, so they need to up the drama. They need to make, have these payoffs and moments. So they'll take things out of context just to
they move
that.
things around and add things. I don't know. Until I see the movie, it's hard to say, but I have a problem with them, like editing history for sure. It's just weird.
Get that mic a little closer. I don't know.
Mic a little
I don't
closer.
Have a monitor, so
I don't know either.
Getting you well. Yeah, I don't know. I'll definitely check out the Tupac movie at some point. Probably not in theaters.
It's not necessary. But I want. I really want to see it. Like I was thinking after we end this podcast, let's check out Movie Times.
maybe
That could be good.
I mean, I'm not against that. Although I do want to see if there's any live music going on downtown tonight.
Yeah, that's probably the better route to go.
Last week you weren't here. We had Zachary Freitas downstairs to perform a little bit.
I saw.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Unfortunately, this week we didn't get any guests underground with us.
So unfortunately, you're having to listen to us talk right now.
Yeah, so we're doing the podcast instead.
So let me ask you a question then.
Sure.
All right, so we've been talking about Damn, and then we've been talking a lot about Tupac now. But back to what's going on now. What else are you listening to besides Damn?
Well, there's actually quite a few new albums that I'm digging that just came out, I think, this week. One that I keep going back to is...
Last 2 weeks at least.
Yeah, last 2 weeks for sure. They all kind of merged together. Big Boy's album. It's killer. I really enjoy it. There's
Boom
songs
Reverse,
on there
Boom
that,
Reversal, something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's songs on there that I'll go back to and be like, they just sound like they're an old Big Boy song, but current kind of deal. I don't know. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But
it does. Well, Big Boy is always. I feel like his flow hasn't changed. Even no matter who he's working with, no matter what period it is, like his flow and his delivery. Yeah. Even though he mixes it up sometimes, it's just solid. It's him, Yeah,
it's just still got the Outkast, Digital Underground kind of sound to it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there's just some good songs on there. He's got Killer Mike featured on 3 tracks on the whole record.
Yeah, one of them's the Run the Jewels though, so it's got LP on that, right?
Is LP on one of them?
And Chase Me. I think it's on Chase Me.
Chase Me is a single for a movie actually.
Oh, is it not on?
Yeah, it's not on Big Boys. So Chase Me is for Baby Driver or something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's the soundtrack for
I saw
that movie. But I actually really enjoy that song too.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's got 3 of them on there. But yeah, on Big Boy's current album that he just released, 3 Killer Mikes. 1 features Corrupt Killer Mike. 1 features Currency and Killer Mike. Actually, Currency just came out with a new album as well.
It's off my radar, really.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really listen too deeply to it, but it was like some cool riding around type music.
Well, I like that Killer Mike is representing for the South as he always. I'm sorry, Big Boy's representing for the South as he always does.
Yeah, well,
bringing in guys like
Definitely. I think he signed Killer Mike, so that's natural for that to happen.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool to see that he's incorporating him in on this.
Yeah.
Obviously, the big question is when does the Outkast album come if it does come, but it's still cool to just get something from Big Boy. So I've been listening to that mostly this week.
Did you hear that? What Big Boy talked about recently?
No.
Probably in part, to all the the promotion for the new album and stuff, and trying to get some interesting stories out there. But he mentioned the fact that it was really, really close to there being a Tribe Called Quest album.
What?
That would have been a Tribe Called Quest and Outkast comp album.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I was listening to an interview with him promoting the album, and he was saying there's close to being a Tupac and Outkast couple songs.
I can't see why anyone wouldn't want to work with Outkast.
That would be wild, right?
The energy they bring, lyricism, the style.
Yeah,
of
all
course.
style, man. It's like super original. No one sounds like Outkast, really.
We just need to see and hear Andre on some tracks again. I miss it, even when he was just doing his little features everywhere.
There's some random ones, right, that kept popping up.
Yeah, like the White Tees album or White Tees song and stuff like that. Like just stuff you wouldn't expect him to necessarily be on.
Mm-hmm.
But he was everywhere. The Deuces, Chris Brown's remix track. Yeah. He had a really dope verse that ended that one.
He was on one more too recently. I can't recall what it was.
I can't remember, but yeah, he sporadically sprinkles his stuff out there. It's like he's always keeping everybody wanting more.
What was that song? He talks about the whole writing on your BlackBerry type thing and ghostwriters.
Oh,
I forget what
was it on a Mike Will's album? Was it on what album was it on? It doesn't sound right. Not Mike Will's.
Anyways, we'll find it out.
Let's circle back on that one. Circle back.
Regardless, the fact is we want to hear more from Andre 3000, obviously.
Andre 3 stacks.
But yeah, other than that, Rancid. I don't know if you like punk rock at all.
I'm getting there. I'm learning more about some of the heavy metal and the punk rock.
For sure.
Trying to expand my horizons.
Rancid just came out with a new record, and they've been in the punk rock world forever. Started. Some members were in Operation Ivy, which was a relatively famous punk rock band, and they formed Rancid. But these guys are getting up there in age, and it's kind of similar to Big Boy in a way. Just really cool to see them still making records that have these songs on there that are just that still hits today. That shit is still banging.
I don't know with Rancid, but one thing I could say about Big Boy too with that is that he still seems to stay in his lane. He's not changing who he is. It's still him, but he still stays relevant.
Yeah,
and it's impressive. Like that album he did with Phanogram, Big Grams. Mm-hmm. Such a great album, and it still sounds like him. It still sounds like him from Outkast. Nothing's really changed, although he's it continues to evolve. Yeah. It's a trip. It's a trip.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say these albums run parallel. Super cool for me to just hear Rancid songs that are current and have the tone and feel of the environment we're in today. What's going on in the world and whatnot.
Still reminds you of what you originally liked about them when you started listening to them.
But they still are bring the same energy, the same feel as an Outkast would back in when they were making at their prime, I guess.
Yeah.
So, been going back to that one as well. There's some great.
I'll have to check it out then. I'll have to check that out. Actually, I need to expand my horizon when it comes to the rock and heavy metal, punk rock type stuff.
And I'll introduce you to some of the punk rock.
There we go. Done.
Done deal. Punk rock's killer. It's there's a lot of similarities I think that people don't correlate with hip hop and punk rock.
Really?
Super rebellious on both ends, right?
Okay, yeah. Against the grain.
Against the
anti-establishment, yeah.
Anti-establishment, definitely.
I could definitely get behind that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do I have to get involved in mosh pits? Though? That depends.
You might enjoy mosh pits, bro. This shit is fun.
I enjoy watching them from afar. I enjoy being in them on the outside. But once you get in there, I don't know, man. You guys you people go crazy. You people go crazy.
People.
God damn white people.
There's some black people in punk rock too.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
all kind of people in punk rock.
Yeah. Well, I
Bad
haven't.
brains.
Like I said, I gotta learn more.
Yeah, it's one love. It's one love. But anyways, those are the albums I'm listening to right now. I checked out. I want to go back to Currency's album actually, because, like I said, there's some tunes on there that were smooth listening. I didn't really delve too deep into.
Is it an official? Do you know if it's official release or one of his like EP mixtape type setups?
I mean, there's like 26 songs on there.
I hope it's an.
So I would hope it's like an official album, but I don't know.
I used to listen to his mixtapes, so it's but I haven't listened to any of him in a few years though, so I'll check him out. Mostly I've been listening to a lot of Joey Badass, the All American Badass, that new album.
Yeah, great album.
Which is just solid. And before, I mean, it was early in the year released, but before Kendrick's album, I was like, that's my favorite album of the year. In February or March, whenever it got released. Yeah. But that one's a really solid album. And then Vince Staples, The Big Fish Theory.
Man, I forgot about Vince Staples. Yeah. That came out like 2 days ago.
Yeah. That I've only listened to it, a few times, but yeah. But it's solid all the way through, like most of his projects. Yeah, Vince Staples on this track, on this album rather, finally brought in like features. Like normally he doesn't do that. Like Prima Donna, there were some vocals, but it wasn't really too many features. Actually, he had ASAP on that one too.
And then he has a Kendrick feature on there on Yeah, right?
Yeah, right. He's got Kendrick. He's also got Juicy J on the track. But it was really cool.
Kendrick's not even listed.
No, he's
as
not.
A feature, which was kind of crazy because then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, Kendrick's on this track.
I like that he had another West Coast, another LA rapper coming in. Got Long Beach and Compton connecting on that, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see if Kendrick's going to be on the new Boogie album also, since they're both from Compton as well.
Boogie, you went and saw him in concert, right?
Yeah, that was awesome. I saw him in concert over in Oakland, and actually went up on stage and started dancing to one of the tracks. Yeah, that was a good time.
Where he's just like, I need someone up on stage.
Yeah, he's wanting people hyped, and I saw an opportunity to get up on stage. I was like, yeah, I'm ready. And I went up.
Did he have you freestyle or something?
No. He just wanted to people to get down to his track. No Way.
Okay.
And he just wanted people to wild out, so he brought me and then some chick up there, and I think he was trying to get the chick. He said he wasn't fucking with me, which I was like, cool, but which is smart. When he was trying to get at the chick, yeah, he's like, I'm looking at you. I ain't trying to fuck with Eddie. I got you. Something like that. But it was cool. I've never been up on stage and have someone say, have a crowd like scream for me because it's like, hey, everybody, make some noise for motherfucking Eddie. Like, yeah,
that's crazy.
Yes, that was fun. But yeah, I like that. That Vince is putting some features on here. I like all the attention he's getting lately because I think he's real talented. Maybe underrated. Maybe one of the most underrated right now.
Vince,
for sure. I think it's slowly changing. Plus with all these promotions, all these deals he's getting, he's Sprite, he's Levi,
yeah,
he's Converse, he's the face of everything right now.
He's got even a Beats One radio show that I've listened to before. Dude's really smart, and yeah, like I wouldn't worry too much about him being underrated, man. Like
not much longer.
He's gonna find his space. That's probably, celebrity A-list material type deal.
Which is awesome because now we have more than one new like young West Coast rapper representing out there
for sure.
And I'm really like getting on the map, making an impact, which is.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if he doesn't. He doesn't seem like he wants to be a celebrity. So one thing.
He seems kind of anti that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I like. But I mean, so is Kendrick. But Kendrick couldn't fight it. He blew up. I mean, it was forced upon him.
So even when we saw Vince Staples perform at in San Francisco at the church.
At the
chapel.
chapel. SF Chapel.
even then, bro, he seemed like he didn't want to be there at times. I got that vibe a little bit.
So I also saw him a few months before that at Fox Theater in Oakland.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how he performs this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of up there, like, just letting you vibe out, and he's, like, in a mental state of his own. Like, it was a trip, like, as hyped as the crowd was getting, and as much as there was, I mean, it was a rare combination, because I don't see a lot of hip-hop shows where you have laser lights and a combination of mosh pits going on, too.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
Yo, it was fun, don't get me wrong. The
Yeah.
girls were all looking good there.
Everyone was having a great time.
Was getting a
It
little
was a
hypey
it was a
and
Levi
wild.
party. It was
Yeah.
That was a you can't buy tickets to the event type setup.
Sure.
That was fun. That was definitely fun. But no, even at Fox, as hyped as the crowd was getting, he was walking around with his head down, kind of going through his lyrics, but the same delivery is on the album.
Yeah.
So he wasn't like showing out for the crowd, which I kind of liked. He was there doing his performance, doing his thing. I feel like it was the same intensity he probably gives when he's in the studio.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's not a showman though. No, he's not gonna be jumping around hyping up the
Definitely not
crowd.
a showman.
He's no Travis Scott.
I
He's
can't
no
complain,
Uzi
like,
jumping off
My
off
experience
stages.
at the show was great. It was fun. There was great looking women all around me.
Yeah,
They were all getting wild.
Yeah, it was a great time. It was a great time.
Yeah.
It's a great show, for sure. A lot of good shows though coming up.
Yeah, Eddie, you go to more shows than probably anyone I know.
I try to go at least 1 to 2 a month. I got every weekend in July kind of like set up.
Yeah.
At least I'm working for it.
What do you got coming? What shows you got coming up that you're interested in seeing?
I got I actually got Greek Theater. I got Fantagram and Mike Snow.
Okay.
That's more of like a DJ, like electro pop type stuff. I also got B.O.B. in Oakland at Complex.
Flat Earth.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, he's the Elements tour. I don't know. There's a lot of tracks I want to hear of his, but I gotta.
Man, I didn't even listen to anything off the new B.O.B.
So there's 2 new B.O.Bs.
Purely because
There's the Elements. That's the four albums. 4 elements of the 4 elements.
Yeah.
But he's also got another one called Ether. I know he released it. It's called Ether. He's got a mixtape called Ether that's got another like 15, 20 tracks on it. So it's so much to catch up to listen to him and go to his concert.
Man, I can't get behind the whole flat Earth thing that blew up on the internet.
Yeah, I don't know what he.
And then I don't know, just I guess I'll listen to some just to see if there's anything there, but at some point that guy just went too pop or something, and
I feel like that's what everyone said at the beginning. Like as soon as he like got his number 1 hits with Airplanes and that Bruno Mars track.
Yeah,
they did, like, people started hating, but like one of the tracks that blew him up was like more of a gospel album, that I'll Be in the Sky.
I'll be in the sky.
Yeah, and that was that not poppy?
That
like right, but that's what got everyone like loving him.
Had that key.
I liked his mixtapes before that. His Who the Fuck Is Bob mixtape, and then his mixtapes in between since he's become famous. His mixtapes I like just as much, if not more, than his albums. The No Genre mixtape that he released and No Genre 2.
Yeah.
Those are clean. I gotta give Elements, or not Elements, Ether.
That. He's
too.
always had a kind of a poppy sound.
Yeah, he's had a spectrum. That's what I liked. And he kind of refuses to be like held into a certain genre, which is awesome because of the fact how talented he is. Like he raps, he plays the piano, he produces. Like there's so many things that he plays the guitar. There's a lot of things that he's really good at. So like, I don't know, he's not held in a box, and I kind of like that. You know, you gotta respect the fact.
Yeah, I guess he just seems so stupid with his flat Earth
It
thing.
does.
It makes that airplane in the night sky like shooting stars. Now I start to think that he believes that.
Yeah, maybe.
He doesn't believe there's airplanes. They're all just shooting stars up there on the flat Earth. And
that's what happened. He learned his lesson. You don't mess with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Or just with current, knowledge. You just
I guess that's Don't mess with fact.
don't mess with facts.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, you got and besides that, the only really one I can think of right now, I'm gonna go see Nas and Lauryn Hill Well, Lauryn Hill's the maybe.
Yeah.
At
I saw that they announced that. That was pretty cool. But yeah, it's always that in the back of your mind. It's like, am I gonna get a refund on this when
well,
Lauryn Hill doesn't show up?
I like how they schedule the artists, or they announce the artists. They say Nas, Lauryn Hill, and special guests. And they say special guests, I feel like, because of the fact that she might not show up. So they have people like waiting, ready to perform.
Backup performance.
Yeah. And they make them out for a couple songs, but they may be told like, hey, you have to perform 45 minutes because Lauren is, not feeling like going out yet.
Yeah.
Or she may not come out at all. So we'll see. That'll be an experience. I've seen Nas a few times. Never seen Lauryn Hill, so
cool. That's definitely worth seeing those guys.
For sure.
Legends.
But we got a concert.
Right. Logic and Joey Badass.
Right? Got to catch up on the Logic stuff, though. Haven't listened to a whole lot of Logic. Recently, he releases so much content.
Well, I mean, what the current album that he's on is called what again?
Yeah, that's
you don't
bad.
Remember either.
It's bad. That's bad.
Man, I don't know. We've been talking. I guess I'm kind of a Logic hater, in some ways.
Or just not a fan necessarily. I would call you a hater.
Yeah, I mean the guy he can undoubtedly flow. The guy can rap. Like, there's no denying that.
He's got storytelling ability. He's got some rhyme skills. He's got flow. He's got most of the things that I think make you talented or successful. Not necessarily successful.
Sometimes it doesn't seem genuine. It feels like he's ripping off people's flow a little bit.
But
I hear a lot of Kendrick. I hear a lot of J. Cole, Drake. And
but maybe it's part of too that they were all influenced, since they're all kind of the same age.
Same gen.
They were all influenced by the same people.
Generation, yeah.
Yeah, like
that's probably got something to do with it.
I mean, they were probably influenced by the Pac and Nas and these artists. That
maybe not even Pac, bro. It's probably
to be honest. Yeah, it's true. The youth. Yeah, I forget how young they are.
The new album I just felt was kind of like seemed kind of corny, bro.
I thought you liked that space album, that Off to Space, the whole theme.
I did like the space one for a while, and then I was really thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? Deltron 30 for 30 is so much better than this shit.
See,
like, in terms of space albums, like,
yeah,
Deltron killed you.
Anything you're looking forward to coming up? Like albums coming out, releases, anyone at all, or any?
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head. I'm looking forward to seeing more local stuff. We've been trying to get plugged in really at the Basement Show locally. So I'm hoping to get more people down on the ground here. But even like tonight, this weekend, I think we're hoping to try and check out some stuff locally and
definitely try to find some new artists, try to find some people interested in helping putting themselves out there, promote.
Yeah.
Someone who's actually trying to put themselves on and working towards a goal.
Unfortunately, I don't know anything tonight that's going down.
Not sure tonight. We'll see. That's why we're doing a podcast tonight, though.
Yeah.
Because if we knew anything tonight, maybe we wouldn't be doing this.
Well, I was telling you about the Art Boutique, which is over actually kind of close to us.
There was that rap opera thing I was telling you about, over at Makla tonight.
We almost went to a rap opera type thing.
Let's see.
But yeah, Art Boutique, maybe someone's performing there. I don't know who, but that venue is pretty cool. Since you haven't checked that out, maybe that'd be a cool space to go. It's like a comic book in the front, a comic book store in the front area, and then you go back, and they got actually a pretty good amount of space, and the sound sounds great there. Like, they do a good job on the sound. So
we'll see. We'll check that out for sure.
Good venue.
One thing I just remembered right now, because I guess I'm gonna answer my own question I asked you.
Which was?
What album are you looking forward to, or what release or anything?
Oh, yeah, I didn't answer that.
One thing I thought about, because I realized that, like, damn, I just threw that at you. But one thing it's supposed to be released this year is a Black Hippie album.
Okay.
And that's the Kendrick, the Schoolboy Q.
Yep.
That's the whole That's the whole
TDE.
TDE, yeah, the whole TDE setup. So that's supposed to be coming out this year, but that's only based off of a photo someone took and then like put up on Twitter for a second.
So it's just a rumor, really.
No. It was from TDE headquarters, and it was their album list and when the releases were coming.
Whoa.
And if you look at it, what year and stuff, and you see the Kendrick this year and all that, like everything's coming up.
Lining up.
Yeah, it's lining up, and the Kendrick one, and they have a couple of spaces where they put new artists, which I think is. What's her name? SZA. Yeah, exactly. That was supposed to be released.
That was a great. I actually really enjoyed.
Yeah, I forgot about that one actually.
Yeah.
The Kendrick track on that one is great.
Yeah,
that's a great track too.
I keep going back to that Kendrick one, the Pussy song. I don't know what it's really called.
Yeah,
Pussy song and Drew
Doves.
Barrymore.
Something about Doves.
Yeah. And then Drew Barrymore, which is a song immediately after. I really like that.
Weekend is good too.
There's some great songs on there. Yeah.
So, but exactly that list that someone took a photo of that on their little whiteboard is all lining up, and the biggest question mark, and there was a question mark there, was can you get a Black Hippie album out this year?
Okay.
In 2017.
So who's all in Black Hippie? It's Ab-Soul,
Schoolboy Q, Kendrick, and is it J-Rock?
J-Rock is the guy that was in jail for a while. I think he's back out.
His first album was dope.
He's like he kind of broke down the doors, I'm pretty sure, for a lot of the TDE movement.
Yeah, he's solid. That first album of his, and then there's a Kendrick assisted track on there too.
Cool.
So sick. So go back and listen to that.
That'd be cool to hear, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I can't, especially looking at this this red vinyl dam in front of us.
Yeah, man.
Thinking about what could happen with a whole TDE album compilation almost reminds you back of like how cool it was when you saw like Rough Riders release something at the top of DMX's game. Yeah. They're releasing a tour. They're going on tour right now. 20 years. 20 years. They're gonna have a show coming up. You can see Dragon, DMX, Eve, Locks, all those guys. Yeah, they're all going on tour.
That's wild.
So maybe we'll have to get tickets for that. I don't know. So obsessed.
Sick. All right, man. Well, I don't know if there's anything else you want to touch on.
No, I think this is a good first little test trial wrap for the first podcast.
Episode 1, man, we covered some good music.
Can we call it episode 1? Are we gonna get sued by
this is episode
by Lucasfilms or anything?
Nah, this is Basement Show podcast.
Basement Show podcast episode 1.
You gotta put the podcast in parentheses because the Basement Show Yo is like performances, artist interviews, and this is just the podcast. But yeah, we covered a lot of good info on some music, that
events, concerts,
a little bit of basketball. Kings, man, I'm excited. We got Fox, Jackson, Giles, and Frank Mason. 4 players.
And as a Warriors fan, I'm happy about ring number 5. I'm happy about KD and some contract extensions.
Not much to not be happy about.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need to explain much more. I'm also a Raiders fan, so let's go beast mode. Let's go Carr. 25 mil a year.
Growing up, I've always been more of a Niners fan in terms of football, but I can't help but root for the Raiders this year, man. This is just such a sick setup. You got beast mode, who is the OG Oakland.
Oh yeah, represents to the fullest. You gotta love it. You
just
gotta love it.
He's so rooted there that it's like, how can I not root for that?
Rooted, going for the A's slogan.
Derek Carr, Fresno kid. It's like,
yeah, local. They've been designing that though. They wanted that. They wanted that local setup. They wanted the city to be behind them. Oakland to be behind them. The town.
And then they moved away.
Well, hey, that's what Beast Mode said. He decided, after the fact. He said this more recently, last month. He decided when. He decided he was going for the next 2. That's why it's a 2-year contract.
Yeah,
he's gonna play in Oakland. That's it, and they're gonna get a fucking ring, and they're gonna give it to Oakland.
I hope so.
Leave Oakland with something.
That'd be dope.
The Warriors are leaving with at least 2 rings given to Oakland.
I can't
2 parades, all
the
that.
Warriors so much, but I can get behind the Raiders.
What you're not gonna like is my the similarities I see between the 2 teams. Young talent, drafted talent.
And then what is Marshawn Lynch KD?
Oh yeah, okay. I like that. I'll take that any day.
But nah.
Yeah, I like that. Good job, Kings fan.
KD is See, the problem with the KD move is just how good this guy is.
Yeah, he's MVP Finals caliber.
It's like.
Did you see the new hat he wore today? You see the hat he wore today? So he went to JaVale McGee's softball tournament, and they also saw him, I think, at an airport or some shit, and they were posting pictures of the hat he's wearing, and it's a cupcake, but instead of a cherry on top, instead of the cherry on top, it's his ring.
That's so corny, bro. Why does he care so much? He's getting trolled himself.
He's been given these things. It's not like he's going out crazy. Hey, he's not asking for these things.
Too much.
These are the fans of the Warriors are making these for him and sending them to him.
Yeah, I'll put it on.
Yeah, he represents. He feels he's
Like
reciprocating.
Draymond, he put on that,
he's reciprocating
that
the love.
What was that thing? Like
quickie.
I'm quick.
It's a
Come
quickie.
on, bro. He's not thinking this through.
No,
James got him with the Instagram post. He's like, "That's what she said."
That was actually whack. I was hoping better from you, T-Wall. The better thing that LeBron said was, I'm happy because he's winning a championship and he's still thinking of me.
Well, yeah.
Which is that's
equivalent.
That's pretty strong. That's pretty strong.
Which is true though.
The cookie thing, I don't know. That's he said. I mean, that's what she said. That's just silly.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah, I gotta say, at least it was better than his performance at his first championship parade. Oh wait, his first champ. That means he has 2 championships. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Warriors, man, they might go 3 or 4.
Dude, that's a dream.
We'll see. There's a lot to happen.
A lot of contracts. Got to see what happens with Iggy. That's the biggest thing. I think Iggy's getting offered $20 million. They're saying a year.
Yeah.
Is he willing to take the pay cut to stay here, get more championships, and continue to? I was gonna say continue to make his connections in the Bay with all these upstarts, but he's doing that
Iggy's
already.
Not even the biggest concern. I would just say like teams getting better. You know, besides the Warriors, that's what they would have to worry about. Iggy is definitely an important player, but your starting 5 is still.
No, I think Iggy needs to be there because our starting 5 isn't who wins the games for us. We don't go with our center. We go with our Iggy setup with our death squad, which revolves around generally Iggy being in there.
Well, your young guy, Macau or whatever his name is, going to have to step up then.
All these guys. And Jones is going to step up and be our big man. There's a lot of talent. But still, we'll see what happens. Either way. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. 2 championships in 3 years, I'll take that.
Yeah, just look out for the Kings, man, because Scal, Willie Cauley-Stein.
Hey, so I'll take Kings second in the West. Second in.
Oh man, we're coming. We're gunning for you guys.
Second in the Pacific.
And Cousins coming back at some point too. All right, we're going off on tangent with the sports stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, I think this is a good place to wrap up. This was episode 1 of Basement Show Yo podcast.
Episode 1. Thanks,
Eddie, for coming on down.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
We're working on a website, you guys. So Basement Show Yo website, basementshowyo.com, will be up soon. We're thinking of doing some blogs, just of perspectives on going to concerts, live shows, little recaps,
things we're finding in San Jose that we think other people should know about, maybe too.
Yeah, man, we're looking to bring you guys content out here. The San Jose music, Silicon Valley music, Northern California music. We'll expand to the world at one point. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. It's been the Basement Show Yo podcast.
We out.